Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Leo Chen of Levitate Style. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of having long hair. If you guys are new to the channel, I've been growing out my hair now for quite a few years, and I think it's about time I make a change. So I want to make this video as one of the last few videos where I touch on the men's long hair subject and really talks about the pros and cons over the years. Now, as I kind of make this list, I feel like a lot of the pros can be cons and a lot of the cons could be pros, so kind of take it either way, but at least hopefully this video will be helpful so you know what you're getting yourself into if you're thinking about growing your hair. Let's go through the pros first. So pro number one, I think overall it's a pretty easy hairstyle to take care of, to maintain, especially if you're growing your hair out on the side as well, which I didn't. I only kind of did the top. You really don't have to get a haircut. You can do some trim ups on the back of the neck and all that, but in a way it's pretty easy. You just let your hair grow out. Of course, there are awkward phases that it's a little bit harder to style your hair, but for the most part, once you get to a point where you can tie it into a ponytail, a little man bun, that takes about a year. So once you kind of get through the first year, the rest of it is basically the same. A lot of times I just tie my hair in a bun. Actually, like 95% of the time I tie my hair in a bun. So it kind of just grows. You don't really realize how long your hair has gone until, like, say month by month, year by year, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, this is how long it is now. So definitely one of the pros is that it's pretty easy to maintain. You don't have to get a haircut all the time. You can just let it grow out. Pro number two, it's a pretty simple hairstyle. I've done videos on how to style it. I think it's basically 2 to 3 different ways you can style it. Obviously, one is to let your hair down, put it to the side, split it, put it in a bun, or do a half bun, half hair out, kind of like a Viking anime style. So for the pro, the hairstyles are pretty simple. You don't have to constantly be doing something different, very consistent. Pro number three is something very different. Since it takes a long period of time to grow the hair, chances are there's not that many people that you run into with the same hairstyle. Now, of course, a few years ago, the man bun long hair was kind of trendy, but once the trend dies down, you're really the only few that you run into with long hair because it takes a lot of time and commitment to have it, to keep it. I don't want to think of man buns and long hair as a trend because it's not something like, hey, I'm going to do it next week because it's trendy. Like, you can't just have long hair out of nowhere next week. It takes a lot of time and commitment to get to that point. And I also think with the long hair, it's cool to try something new. I've had short hair basically my entire life growing up, and I've tried basically all kinds of men's hairstyle from, you know, spiky hair, mohawk, clean cut, the poof, like all kinds of hair. I've always loved experimenting and trying different things. And so the long hair was definitely a commitment to try something different. This might be the only time I will ever do it. I don't think I'll ever do it again because I've already tried it, and because again, it takes a long time. So it is kind of fun to try something new, something so different that my personality is different from my usual style. And I think it's kind of cool to have yourself in different hairstyles where you kind of feel a little different. Why not try something new? So now let's kind of go into the cons. Like I said, a lot of the pros can be flipped to the con. So on the con side, I do miss having different hairstyles. A lot of what I can really do is just put it in a bun or have the hair down. But whereas when I have short hair, depending on the occasion, I could do a very clean cut. I can go, you know, very much like combed down for a formal event. I can make it messy for a casual day. I can do the poof, add some texture and do a poofy hair. So depending on the hair length, you can make the hair add to your height, add to your length. So I thought shorter hair, medium length hair, you can do so much more with it. You can really style it in so many different ways depending on the outfit, the occasion, all of that. Con number two, it takes a long time, guys. I think if you want to try it, I think it's definitely worth trying, but just know, you don't get this much hair in like a year. If you do, let me know how. First year in, then I was able to get to the tiny man bun. I remember it's almost exactly a year that I was able to tie it. That's like this short. So to get the rest of this really basically took like 4 years, like 3-4 years at least. And now, to me, this is my ideal length, kind of like past the chest. So really just have that time frame in perspective. Don't get frustrated, but that to me is a con. It does take a very long time. You do really have to commit this long term. Another con, yes, I do save time on styling my hair because it's basically 1 or 2 styles, putting in a bun or putting some product to get this texture look. The other con is that the showers take a little bit longer. It takes a little bit longer to wash your hair now, and you do want to pay attention to how you take care of your hair. So obviously making sure you are doing conditioning like twice a week. Simple hair stuff, but still it adds up. I think especially for guys, we don't really take care of our hair that great. You have to pay extra attention to long hair, especially since it's all about hair health, and obviously you want it to grow. And another thing, of course, is also blow drying your hair, doing the product. It does take a little bit longer because you have more hair to deal with. And so it does take more time in the shower and all of that. And also for me, I like to stay active. So I work out 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm always rinsing my hair in the shower. And so half the time my hair is just wet because I don't blow dry it, do the whole routine every time. Even out of the shower, I might just try to dry a little bit with a towel, and then I put it in a bun and let it dry on its own. And so like if you're an active person, you're working out all the time, chances are you're just gonna jump in the shower and rinse your entire body off. I don't wash it with hair wash, shampoo every day. Obviously that's terrible for your hair. So I do only wash it every few days and then condition. All in all, I feel like the pros and cons are kind of balanced out, depending on your personality, depending on if you want to try something new. It is a very different look. To me, overall, if I would have done this whole hair journey again, I would have grown out the side. I think having the full long hair in the mane looks better for me, because like my Asian hair, when it grows out, it gets very like straight and spiky. So during the awkward phases, I don't think I would have lost it, because I'm constantly taking content for YouTube, for my Instagram. And so the awkward phases would have been pretty hard to hide. It just wouldn't have worked very well. And so that's why I've always had it skin fade on the side throughout all these years. But I think knowing how my hair looks now, and because I wanted to put my hair down, but sometimes it doesn't look great with the undercut. I kind of wish I'd grown it out and tried it differently. Anyway, knowing that it takes this long to grow it, this might be again one of the last videos I do on the long hair. I am excited to go back to my shorter hair soon, to the medium length, where I can do more hairstyling video and really show different styles, or even go with the trendy stuff, because trendy stuff is typically medium short hair. Not that I'm gonna stop doing hairstyling video, but this might be one of the last videos I do on my long hair, and I'm trying to cherish it, take a lot more content before I chop it all off. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this was helpful, kind of talking out the pros and cons, I guess the real side of things, so you know what to expect. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and what you guys think. Are the pros and cons the same for you if you have long hair? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.